Hi guys, so I'm coming back for another topic. Gucci wants to be in every video, okay? Every time I turn on the camera, here he goes. So say hello so you can get down, okay? I'm recording. You gonna say hello? He just woke up from a nap. Now he's like, oh wow, it's time to be in the camera. Anyway, I just wanted to come on here and talk to you guys for a little bit. Dealing with narcissistic abuse, you go through ups and downs, highs and lows, peaks and valleys. And I wanted to talk about some of the things that having gone through narcissistic abuse taught me. It taught me that I had areas in my life that I needed to heal from. It taught me not to be trusting of so many people like I was, not to just go with the flow of things. I was a very free spirited person, and I really just went off of vibes. I did pray about things, but I really went off if I vibe with the person and things like that and it felt right. But as we know, narcissistic people tend to wear a mask and they will mirror you. So if you say that you like green apples, they're gonna say, hey, I like those green apples too. If you say, you like to go to Jamaica all the time, they'll say they like that too. And in reality, they don't like any of those things. It's just a fake and a facade. So, I really wanted to come on and talk about these things because, when you go through these relationships or these situations, well, I will say relationships because even if it's not a romantic relationship, it's still a relationship nonetheless. You go through these things and you come out and you're discombobulated and you're hurt because you're like, wait a minute, how did I get mixed up into this, type of situation? I thought had my head on a swivel. I thought, I dotted my I's and crossed my T's. I thought that I did my due diligence and I vetted this person. It is not you, baby. It's not you, dear. It is not you. It was a them thing. It was them. They were the ones that was fake and phony. And unfortunately, you were not able to spot that right out. And I would equate that a lot to witchcraft as well, because it's really demonic when you get into these situations with these people, because they're not showing their true selves. You, on the other hand, are showing your true self. So, you figure, why would someone have a reason to lie about their character? Why would somebody have a reason to lie about who they are? But the real reason why is because they're a vampire. They're a soul sucker. They want to snatch your soul. They want to snatch everything that you stand to be about, because they want to put that on like some clothes and wear it for themselves, for their next victim. So they come to you to siphon out of you any and everything that they can, so that you will be basically, it's, how can I say this? It's basically like almost like a fashion show. It's like they change out of one outfit and change it to the next, for the next designer and things like that, so they can go on the runway of life and show the people, oh, this is what I'm about, oh, this is who I am, when it's not any of that. It's a fake. They are fakes, and they put on facades for people, okay? They are nothing like you. And so please do not, as much as possible, beat yourself up and make you think that it was you. Yes, you may have fallen for the tomfoolery and the tricks and the lies, and there may be areas that you need to heal in. But I can guarantee you that it probably was not anything that you did. I've said before, narcissistic people go for people that are strong because they want to siphon all of that strongness out of you, all of that strength out of you. They don't go for the weaklings. because they see no value in that. They find a challenge. They find it a challenge to go for the strong person and try to tear them down and cut them down and knock them down a peg. You know, it gets them off in a very sick way. So, you know, I know it's very difficult to not try to beat yourself up about these things, because I've been there. Trust me, I have. And I've asked the Lord, why me, Lord? And why did this person do this to me, or whatever? But it says so much about their character and so much less about yours. You came into the relationship with a genuine heart, with a genuine spirit, wanting to share love, wanted to share life, wanted to do life with them. And they came being fake and phony. They mirrored you. So you were really falling in love with yourself the whole time. You know, this year I'm going to make it my business to be praying for them like I did in the past. And that's up between them and God, how they want to continue to live their lives. But God doesn't want anyone to perish. And I know that me praying in the past has really helped me. It has helped me. Sometimes we need to pray for these people because we still need the healing and we still need the help. So by praying for them, it's going to enlighten you. You know, you never think that you'll be able to pray for your enemies. You never think that you'll be able to pray for somebody that sent you through it or wanted to just off you and take you off this earth. But I can guarantee you, and I'm telling you, when I did it in the past, God just blew my entire mind with the blessings that he gave me. He blew my entire mind. He gave me a whole new outlook in life. He gave me a whole new life. It blew my entire mind. Now, unfortunately, when those things happened, I was still not strong enough, and I still got myself back into these situations because there were still things that I needed to learn. I'm so glad to say now at 50 years old and going, you know, into 2025, that I now know my worth, that I can now stand on my own and say no more to narcissistic abuse, no more to narcissists. But it took me a long time. It took me a long time because I was dealing with that from my family. I was dealing with that, you know, in different friendships and different relationships and things like that, in different areas in school and on jobs and things like that. So some things is normalized in society, so we don't look at it as abuse. You know, I'm going to be talking more and more about situations and probably doing a story time here and there or whatever on how I was abused in these narcissistic relationships that I didn't even realize was actually abuse. But I did want to come on and talk about some of these topics because as we're going into 2025, you know, we're just a couple of days, 4 days into 2025, and I really want us to be able to heal. I really want us to be able to pray. I really want us to be able to be set free from the scars of these, you know, situations, so that we can live again, we can love again, you know, we can be better than who we were before. Because that's one thing that God has shown me. He's shown me that each time that he allowed me to escape these hardships, these difficulties with these people, he has created me to be better and better and better and better and better. Yes, I've had to go through mental health issues. I'm still dealing with mental health issues because unfortunately those are the symptoms that comes with, and I'm going to say symptoms, you know, that comes with being with someone or dealing with someone that is a narcissist. You know, they mess with your mental health, they mess with your emotional health, they mess with your psychological health, they mess with your physical health, you know, and it really draws you back and sets you back. And sometimes you feel like, oh my gosh, you know, I tried to take one step forward and I ended up taking 10 steps back. But I'm telling you, as long as I'm sitting here talking to you, God will restore your peace. God will restore your mind. God will restore any and everything that was taken from you that you lost. He will restore you in every way. Just trust in him. Talk to him. He knows what you went through, and as I said on my other channel, your test is your testimony. Start speaking out. Start, if you're not in therapy, get a therapist. Start talking to a therapist about these things. If you have a good friend that's trustworthy, or a family member that's trustworthy, and that you feel like you can talk to them. But for me, I talk to more to God, and I talk to my therapist and my psychiatrist about these things, so that I can be healed, so that my life can get better and better. It is not always peaches and cream. It is not always rainbows. It's not easy to walk this walk after you've been hurt, after you've been let down and things like that. But what I can say is that it gets better over time. It gets better. You get wiser. Your discernment heightens. Your wisdom heightens. And God just does something phenomenal for you. If God has brought you out of this, count yourself blessed. Count yourself blessed in the Lord and highly favored. And there is a lesson to be learned in this. And as you're learning this lesson, go on and tell somebody else about it. Because like I said earlier on my other channel, I can guarantee you that somebody else has gone through something that you've gone through. If they have not gone through what you've gone through, they may go through something that you have gone through, or they may know somebody who is going through what you're going through or have gone through. So please, share your message as much as you feel comfortable. Share your testimony so that other people can be saved. You never know how sharing your story can save someone else's life. Okay, if I would have known about narcissistic abuse, narcissist period, there would be so many things that I would have been on the lookout for. And I didn't know anything about this. I didn't know anything about ghosting. I didn't know anything about all of this stuff, And so when I learned about this, now I'm able to see them for who they are. Now I'm able to spot that entity, because it's a demonic entity. Now I'm able to spot them from a mile away. And instead of, my gut was already telling me. But sometimes, unfortunately, we don't listen to our gut, which I feel is the Holy Spirit. We ignore things because we want to see the goodness or potential in someone. We want to be able to be like, oh no, they wouldn't do this. Or, oh no, that's not them, But listen to your gut. Never, ever, 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 ever ignore what your body is telling you. Your body will save you from so much hurt, so much despair. When it doesn't feel right, it's not right. So I want you guys to be encouraged, because, if you cannot be encouraged, then the enemy is going to win each and every time. The enemy sent them to you to stop you from your purpose. I don't know what your purpose is, but God does. Go seek the Lord and ask him what your purpose is. Seek the Lord, because the enemy doesn't want us to love. He doesn't want us to love other people. He doesn't want us to love ourselves. He doesn't want us to see our full potential in ourselves. He doesn't want any of that. So he will send these individuals to stop you from what you are supposed to be doing, or what you are about to be doing, so that you can just ball up in a ball and just never go out into the world, never spread your light, and never be that loving person that God created you to be. God is love, and therefore your love comes from him, and that love resides in you, and you have a light that is supposed to shine bright so that others can be drawn to the Lord. And that's not something that the devil wants. So he will send these sick individuals in to tear you down, because they're feeling all mucked up inside their bodies. But we're not going to have that. We're going to give it to the Lord in 2025. We're going to pray, and we're going to pray for those imposters. We're going to pray for them and let God deal with them on his time and in his will and his way. But we're going to keep on shining bright like diamonds, like the diamonds that we are. We are all shining lights, able to spread the love that God has given us, his agape love. So I want you all to be encouraged. I will come on here to talk about more topics and things like that. But I just wanted to come on here and to say these things because, you know, it can be hard, it can be difficult. And don't ever let nobody shame you into how long it's taking you to get over this hurt and this pain, okay? Because nobody has a timeline on when you should be over this and when you should be over that, okay? Nobody walked your walk, so nobody can't talk your talk, okay? I love you guys all, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye.